Hey there, my name is Stephanie Oliveira, and I am a Beachbody coach of 5 years now. And I just wanted to kind of just share with you my journey and where this has taken me, and to see if it's something that would interest you. I became a coach almost 5 years ago now, and at the time I had heard of Beachbody. I had done things like Insanity, some of their programs. I never followed through with all of them. I think I did Insanity for like 2 weeks. And I had never heard of Shakeology at the time. And I got presented with this business opportunity, and I really didn't know if I wanted to have a business. I really just wanted to focus on myself. I had been overweight my whole life. I was 33 years old when I got presented with the business. And I would say probably for at least 20 years, I struggled with my weight. I remember being a kid and thinking, my friends are so much smaller than me, and everyone's so skinny. And I hated going to the beach. I hated being in my bathing suit. I just remember as a young age, unfortunately, just wondering what life would be like if I loved myself. And I went through high school trying everything, every weight loss product you can imagine, diet pills and everything and anything, low fat, low carb, all the fads, just like looking for that answer to have a body that I was proud of and love the skin that I was in. And I would, have ups and downs. I'd lose weight, but then I'd get it right back because it wasn't realistic. I would buy bikinis my whole life thinking I'm going to have that body one day that I can wear this. And I had a drawer full of bikinis that I never wore. I never wore a bikini once in my whole life. And so I really just wanted to focus on myself. And I said, I'm done. I'm done with feeling this way where I cancel plans because I don't want to go out, or I open my closet and nothing fits. I was just done with living a life that I didn't love who I was. And I said, there has to be something better. And so I committed and I said, I'm going to do whatever I have to do. And I know that to feel a certain way and to have a body that I've never had, I'm going to have to make changes and choices that I've never made before. And so I signed up to be a coach, really just to sign up. I didn't really know what I was doing. I knew at the time I didn't want to work in business. I was working 40 hours in a hospital. I worked at Children's Boston. A dream job I had. I worked there at the time for about maybe it was 12 years at that time. I worked in MRI and I loved it. But I worked crazy hours, 12, 13 hours a day. And I was at that time living on my own in Boston, and it was expensive. I would lay awake at night thinking how I would pay the mortgage. I was just making ends meet. And I racked up a lot of credit card debt paying to furnish my apartment. And I had, a car payment. I had student loans. And I had debt really for the first time in my life, and I hated the way it felt. I hated lying awake at night thinking, like, when is the mortgage due? Like, how late can I pay it and not get penalized? And so I said, you know what? I'm going to focus on myself. And maybe if this goes somewhere, I can at least pay off my debt, and that's all I'll do with it. And so I focused on myself, and I really just, for 3 months, I just did what I was supposed to do. I worked out, I ate. I fueled my body the way that I should have been fueling it, not in the way that, I always, for years, went to the gym, ate healthy. But I really wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing, clearly because I was 50 pounds overweight. And so, people go to the gym and they go on the treadmill or they walk around and lift weights. They don't know what they're doing. So I had a routine, but it clearly wasn't working because I was overweight. And so when I really started feeling my body right and drinking Shakeology every day, I was blown away with how I felt on the inside. Shakeology made me feel in a way that I never felt before. I felt energized. I had good digestion. I was no longer craving sweets. I love Reese's peanut butter cups. I no longer had that chocolate craving. I didn't have that 3 o'clock slump. None of that is normal when you're properly fueling your body, because we're all nutrient deficient, right? You can have fruits and vegetables all day and your body still isn't functioning at its best. And so I didn't realize that when you actually gave it what it needs, your body functions so much better. And so coming up on 5 years now, I've drank Shakeology every single day. And after 3 months, I lost 25 pounds. And I was blown away because it was that like slow and steady, but it was like I had a good feeling about it. I lost 25 pounds in 3 months. I continued on that journey, and within a year, I lost about 50 pounds. I wore a bikini for the first time in my life that summer, and I just had this new feeling of like, this is how life is supposed to be lived. You're supposed to love the body you're in. You're supposed to be confident, excited to get up every day, excited to open your closet and be like, what do I want to put on and not what fits? And so as I started to change my body, people were asking me what I was doing. And so I just started sharing it. And then I said, well, maybe this is what coaches do. Maybe they just share what they're doing. And so I really started to see some great income coming in. Even within the first few weeks, I mean, the same amount of money I was making at the hospital. And so that's when a light bulb went off. And I said, you know what? I'm going to aim to pay off this debt. And then if I do that, I'll go from there. And in my first year of coaching, I paid off the credit card debt, the student loans. And I just was like, this could be an answer to a lot of my prayers moving forward. And so once I paid that off, I said, maybe I could do this full time one day. I know I want to get married one day. I know I want to have kids one day. Sure, maybe like being a stay-at-home mom would be something I want to do, but maybe not. Like so many moms that I know that do that say, you know, I miss adult interaction, or it's way too expensive. And so I said, maybe I could do that with this. I'm talking to the girls every single day. I have met some of my best friends are on my team, and I've created financial freedom and more freedom and time in my life. And so I set the goal to be a stay-at-home mom, a work-from-home mom. And I now have a 1-year-old baby boy. And in October last year, when I had him, I was able to leave my job of 15 years. Something that I was just so proud of and excited to do, because I was commuting 3 hours to work. I was crying most days. I was feeling overworked and underappreciated at my job. I felt like they just kept asking me to do more, and I wasn't getting any benefit from it. And I just thought to myself, like, there has to be more to life than this. I was missing out on things with my stepkids, field trips. I was crying to my husband all the time. So yes, I did end up getting married. I ended up having the baby. We were actually able to go on our dream honeymoon to Bora Bora, which I never thought would be possible. But it was because I had coaching and I had a full-time second income. So I built a full-time income while working a full-time job, 40 hours a week, 3-hour commutes. I know what busy is. I have 2 stepsons that are twins that are 7 now, and we have a 1-year-old baby boy. I planned a wedding. I had a baby. I get busy. We're all busy. It's just what is your priority and what matters to you that you're going to put the time in for, right? And so this coaching thing can change your life in however you think you might want it to. Maybe you just want to do what I did and focus on yourself and be the best damn version of yourself that you can be, and really love your life and be excited to wake up every day in the body that you're in. And then you can go from there. From there, it was me to pay off debt. And then I did that. And then I said, now I want to be home with my baby. And now I work from home, and I work when he naps. He's sleeping right now. And I have so much more freedom in my life. And now that I do this, I have bigger goals. I have goals to make multi-6-figure income. I have goals to have our kids' college paid for well before they go. I have dreams to have a kick-ass retirement fund, and to just travel and pay it everything in cash so that there is no worries about anything financial. So I just wanted to share this with you because I feel like so many people are where I was at, unhappy with themselves, worried about the paycheck. How are they going to pay the mortgage? And just thinking like there has to be more to life than crying about my job and just not loving my everyday. So I hope that this gives you an idea of where this can take you. It takes hard work. It takes effort. It takes consistency. But if you do the things that we teach you to do, then you can be successful in this business and it can change your life. But you have to understand it is a job, and you have to put in the work and the effort. You can't just, think in 6 months you're going to be making 6 figures. But if you are consistent and you really think about like your plan, what is your plan, your 5-year plan? Are you working towards that plan every single day? Are you doing small goals every single day to get you there? Because I feel like so many people have goals, financial goals, business goals. A year, 2, 3 years goes by and you're in the same spot. So don't be afraid to fail. When you fail and have struggles in your life, that's when you move forward. And that's what this is all about. This business is about being the best version of yourself, mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. It's all of those things, because if you're going to be your best self physically, we're going to be working on your mind and your emotions as well. It really is an amazing opportunity. So if you have any questions, any worries, concerns, it's normal to have all those, but I am excited and would be honored to chat with you and just see if this is something that you think you would like to try. And yeah, just make this the best damn year that it can be. But you have to take that leap of faith and believe in yourself just a little bit to take that leap of faith. And then I can be here as your upline coach to encourage you along the way and just make you be the best version of you. So thank you for listening. And please feel free to reach out to me at any time with any questions.